Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to day 40 of Isolate, Meditate, Create. My name is Jessica Lynn Johnson, and I am the founder and CEO of Soaring Solo, which is a company dedicated to the direction and development of one-person plays. So welcome so much. Thank you so much for joining us. I cannot believe we're 40 days in. That's so surreal. But hopefully you've been really accumulating a lot of great gems in your material that you've been writing. Please make sure that you have something nearby you to write with and write on. As soon as we're done meditating, we are going to write together. And just a reminder that the mission of this is really to connect us to one another and to our own sense of creativity during quarantine. So please feel free to share this with anyone that you think might benefit from it. You can share the Zoom link directly, or you can send them to my YouTube channel, Jessica Lynn Johnson, Soaring Solo Artist on YouTube, where every single day of this is available for replay. Okay, so let's find a comfortable seated position and just close our eyes. And just start to slow everything down, focusing on our breath. Audibly exhaling out if you need to. Just allowing yourself to release whatever it is that you might be holding on to, or any tension or stress. And just feel the support of the seat beneath you or the ground beneath you. Feel the support of everyone on this Zoom call. Feel my support for you and feel your own support. And just really allow yourself to drop into this present moment of stillness, of creative expression, and of community. Try to let go of any thoughts that might be passing through your mind or racing through your mind. Just notice them, but let them drift through, drift away. Just take a body scan from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. And just notice where you might be holding any tension or discomfort. Where you might feel some pain or where you might be clenching. And just breathe into those places deeply. Further relaxing and releasing. And just imagine that your breath is filling your body with warm, nourishing light from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Just imagine that on your in-breath, you are breathing in all good things, things that fill your cup. Positivity, optimism, hope and faith, perseverance, sense of humor and gratitude, patience, love. Whatever it is that fills your cup, breathe that in. Just imagine as you're exhaling that you are releasing back to the world those things that do not serve you, those things that block you, that steal your joy, that empty your cup. Releasing back to the world envy or hate, paranoia, fear, scarcity, limited thinking and beliefs, pessimism. Just release that, let it go. And just let your cycle of breath reflect, breathing in what serves you, exhaling what does not. And just imagine that your breath is starting to transform, and on your out breath, you are able to return to the world good things, those things that you have to offer and give right now: laughter, love, abundance, optimism, whatever it is that you can give back to the world. So, breathing in those things that serve you and exhaling back to the world that which you have to give. And just allow your breath to reflect this cycle of giving and receiving. And in the next moment, I'm going to guide you through a visualization. So just trust whatever comes up for you. Just let your intuition and creativity and imagination guide you. And try not to control it or make sense of it or overthink it. Just go on the journey, knowing that you never have to share unless you choose to. So be very uncensored and very free. I want you to bring to mind your childhood home, your childhood home. And if you moved around a lot, just try and pick one place that was the closest thing to home for you as a child. So let that home surface in your mind. And if you can remember the exterior of it, just look at that and take it in. And now imagine just walking into this home. What do you remember? What do you see? Do you recall any of the details, the type of flooring that there was, the wallpaper, the color of the paint, any art that was on the walls? Who were the people in your home? What do you see when you walk in this home as a child? And how long were you there? How long were you in this home? Was this somewhere you were for first 18 years of your life? Was it just a few years of your childhood? How long were you in this home that you're picturing? And from what age to what age were you there? And start to walk around this home and walk into one of the rooms. Just pick one and go into that room. And try to allow a memory to surface that took place in this room. Who else was there with you, if anyone at all? How old were you in this memory? And what happened in this memory? What do you see? What do you recall? And how do you feel as you recall this memory? Is it bittersweet? Is it full of joy? Is it scary? Is it sad? What are you feeling as you recall this memory from your childhood? Why do you think this particular memory is sticking out in your mind? Was there some sort of significance? Was there some lesson to be learned from this memory? What made it meaningful or impactful for you to remember? And feel free at any point, if you need to leave that room and walk into another room, you can. But overall, does this childhood home bring up warm feelings for you? Was it a nice home? Do you have gratitude for that home, or does this bring up negative thoughts and feelings? Does it remind you of hard times? What does this particular home bring up for you? How do you look at it now? What does it mean to you now? And just be in this reflection for another moment and take in whatever you can from the memory, from the insights. Let your intuition, imagination, and creativity show you whatever it has to show you about this particular memory. Taking another deep breath in. And on our exhale, slowly opening our eyes. Please reach for whatever it is that you have to write with or write on. And I'm going to set my timer for 8 minutes. And please just jump on in and start writing in a very uncensored way. Try not to be perfectionistic and just give yourself the grace of a first draft. And just write about whatever came up for you. You could write from the perspective of the home itself. You could personify the home as a character and have it speak to your memories, or some inanimate object that was in the room that you were called could tell the story for you. Perhaps you have an interaction between a couple of characters creating a scene, and in solo theater you would be playing those characters, or a first person monologue, a piece of poetry or song lyrics. So any of that or whatever else you come up with, just write freely. I'll let you know when your 8 minutes is up. And if you have any questions, please just put them in the chat for me. have a little over 3.5 minutes. And just a little over a minute left. Okay, please wrap up your writing. And if you wrote your piece today on a scrap paper or in a journal, like always, I would encourage you to transcribe it into a document. I think that's a really great way to start to make your solo show feel real, or whatever you're trying to create from this experience is just a safe way to keep everything together. And at this point, I would say if you have been doing this experience for a while, you've probably accumulated a lot of material. So it might be time to do what I call a master read, where you just kind of sit down and you read through every single thing that you've written, because now we're 40 days in, and see what themes come up for you. See if you can identify what the dramatic question is, like what is the journey that this heroine or hero of this journey is going on. And just really start to take a look at the things that come up, because even though all these writing prompts every day are unique and about different things, I find that most of the time as solo artists, there is one central thing that we tend to be focused on in our work that comes up a lot. it's easier to identify the outliers too if we do a master read and kind of look at the body of our work. So I would encourage that. And like always, find someone who's safe and supportive to share with what you've written, so you get some feedback on your work, asking them, what they enjoyed or what they had questions about. And most importantly, just to be witnessed, so that you are able to be witnessed in your creative voice, and have someone reflect that back to you, what they see in your work. And I put a bunch of announcements in the chat, so please feel free to look over there. There's a lot coming up that is really exciting. My free class in May is May 16th and May 30th. So you can RSVP for my free class on my website. Just go to jessicalynjohnson.com and go under free stuff, and you can sign up for that. And that's also a great place to be able to share some of the pieces that you've been working on, if time allows. So feel free to sign up for that. And also today, in about an hour, Diana Varco and I are hosting the 4th installment of my webinar series, the Soaring Solo Spotlight webinar series. So Diana is my co-facilitator today, and we do still have spots available. If you'd like to join us, please feel free. It's from 10:30 to 12:30 Pacific time. And we're just going to be exploring comedy and characters in solo shows. And Diana is a really skilled comedian. She's trained with UCB and IO West and Groundlings and a slew of others, and produces all kinds of comedy shows around the city. And she's also a critically acclaimed solo artist. So she brings a lot to the table, and we're going to be doing a really deep dive into characters and comedy, just to see how those things can really take your solo story to the next level. The suggested donation for that is $30. If you can't swing that, no worries, just donate whatever you can. But email me at soaringsoloartist@gmail.com to snag your spot in that. And then lastly, if you're wanting to work with me in a more professional capacity, if you're even curious about what it might be like to create a solo show, reach out to me and we can see if any of my services are the right fit for you. Again, I put those things in the chat. And I think that's pretty much it. So please feel free to go to my YouTube channel and catch anything that you might have missed. It's all there, and I put that link in the chat as well. And share this with whoever you think it might be meaningful to. And I'll see you tomorrow morning for day 41 of Isolate, Meditate, Create. Thanks everyone, and have a beautiful day.